was on your Christmas list as a kid? Did it happen to be the Game Boy sewing machine?
Dad, that's not a real thing.
Are you sure about that? Video game accessories. You can never have too many.
Why did I buy this?
From the beginning of gaming all the way till today, every single console or handheld has gotten its fair share of accessories, or add-ons, or whatever we want to call this. Now, the problem is, the majority of these accessories just make me scratch my head and wonder, why did I buy this? So today, we're going to be taking a look at some of gaming's greatest and a lot of gaming's worst accessories ever made, starting with the... So this is where it all began, where voice acting in gaming took its first steps. Let's see how it went.
Well, Electronics presents Bomb Squad.
The IntelliVoice was an accessory that had one job, bringing these shit-ass games to life with voice acting.
Oh no!
I never said it was good at it.
Being the first on the list and the first of its kind, the IntelliVoice was successful in its mission, but did it really enhance the user experience? If anything, it probably just got you yelled at from trying to defuse this bomb every 3 minutes, so can we get something a little more useful? Well, son, you're gonna love this next gift.
Please be a NES, please be a NES.
Close, but it's something even better. It's a block of wood. Not just any block of wood, son. It's the Atari Stick Station. The Atari Stick Station is your standard 2600 controller, just mounted onto a damn 2x4. Out of all of the accessories in this video, the Stick Station has got to be the most useless, yet aesthetically appealing piece of tech ever made. You can't tell me this wouldn't look cool hung up in your gaming collection, and at the end of the day, at least it functions as intended. Apparently some reviews say it does help with the dreaded joystick cramps that you used to get from the 2600 controller, and that's a plus. But if I got a 2x4 for Christmas, I would have been pissed. Want to know a better Christmas gift? The Robotic Operating Buddy was a toy made for the NES, but what it really was some 4D chess by Nintendo in response to the video game crash of 1983. The Rob helped stock the NES in toy shelves rather than in the shitty audio-visual section, in hopes that dumb kids like you and me would buy the thing. So let's check out what our new buddy can do. Oh look, there he goes now! Wow. I wish I had friends. I'm just conflicted about how I actually feel about Rob. I mean, setting him up back in the day was probably one of the coolest experiences ever. It was wireless, a robot, he's cute. He gets to play games with you. He has a frickin' spinning gyro. Alright, I've had enough. Put his ass back up on the shelf. Nintendo was so far ahead of its time with the Rob, and it's sad because you know kids just got bored of playing this after like 1 or 2 tries. And if only they would just make something marketed to adults.
Holy shit, it's a gun!
Alright, no more fucking around. It's time to kill some ducks. The NES was and still is a monument in gaming. Getting a brand new system with Mario Bros, Duck Hunt, and the Zapper? One of the greatest deals of all time. And there's not much else to say here. Besides the fact that the orange Zapper is way less cool than the original gray one. Fuck you, US Department of Commerce. Anyways, the Zapper and Duck Hunt together is perfection. But I wonder if there could be something better.
But only Atari comes with the target game Bug Hunt.
Bug Hunt? You gotta be fucking kidding me, right? I will admit it, I am biased towards Nintendo. But how can I not be when these bastards tried to slander Duck Hunt with this? Okay, stepping back, I actually think the physical design of the XG1 is better than the Zapper. It looks more futuristic in a way, like, I don't know, it could be in Star Wars or something. All just to be wasted on Barnyard Blaster. According to some reviews at the time, which I can definitely not make a credibility judgment on, the XG1 performed way worse than the Zapper, so it just scrapes by.
The Power Glove for your Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you and the games are one.
Yeah, this shit don't work. You know what they say, it fits just like a glove. I don't know where I was going with that. Looking back on the Power Glove just makes me happy. Even though I know that this thing was completely useless, you know they had a blast making this in the office. 2 games were developed specifically for the glove, and they even have special moves that you can only use while wearing it. That's pretty damn cool. But no one cares about that shit. We just want to play Punch-Out with it.
Duck, duck, duck! You gotta duck! Dan, uh-oh.
I don't know how to...
Never mind. Yeah, this thing barely worked, and it was expensive too, and did about nothing for the overall user experience. The Power Glove, just like the Zapper, is also a monument in gaming. Just one that the kids spray paint over and laugh at. Alright, which one of y'all gave Mario a rifle? The Super Scope took the NES Zapper and turned it into a bazooka. The design of this thing is insane, and yeah, I mean it was wireless now, but it requires two hands and looks so ridiculous, I don't know why they had to add the orange tip. It looks more like a telescope than a gun. Yoshi's Safari and Battle Crash are probably the only games you want to use this thing for, besides Lamborghini American Challenge, where you get to drive and frickin' blow up cars all over the road. I don't know, man. I think the Zapper is just a better experience. It is a logical step up from its predecessor. However, to me, the Super Scope just falls flat on what that next-gen Zapper was supposed to be. Did y'all hear that? Alright, we're safe. It's just Sega. Man, I almost forgot you guys existed. So let's check out your gun. Alright, Sega. Honestly, this isn't bad. And as a rival to the Super Scope, I love how you get to choose between blasting with just the pistol or putting on the binocular scopes. Although you do end up looking like Lenny from Toy Story. The Menacer performed just as well as the Super Scope too. The problem was, there was just little to no game support outside of the already bundled Terminator 2. And apparently that game was hard as hell. I'm over these toy guns, man. At this point, it's probably more worth to just go to the arcade. I've tried to limit the console add-ons that just beef up your system instead of being like a standout accessory, but these two are so special, I just want to talk about them. The SatellaView was a Japan-only accessory that turned the Super Famicom into a satellite modem. That's nerd for allowing players to download games or articles from the sky, and also streaming music or podcasts to listen to while you're gaming. That's pretty damn cool for the 90s. The Super Game Boy made its way to the US, which let you display your Game Boy games on the big screen. Wow, now we can see every pixel! Jokes aside, both of these are great examples on how to enhance the user experience with a console. Now, let's take a step back and let me drop some trauma on you. Alright, personal story time. So I've had this N64 my entire life. I also had this yellow ugly Donkey Kong cartridge. Wanna know what I didn't have as a kid? This, which is the actual expansion pack, the thing needed to play Donkey Kong and like 3 other games. So every day, I was taking this out, fucking blowing, praying to God, doing whatever the hell I could to try to get this thing to work. Literally every day, and it would never work, and it used to piss me off just so much, because I couldn't explain it. And my parents didn't know that shit. They didn't know I needed to buy the expansion pack. Well, I did. I didn't even know what the gameplay of Donkey Kong 64 was. I just wanted to play Monkey so bad. I just wanted to see what it was, and I never could until I was like 16 and finally realized what the hell this was. So yeah, whatever. As much as I want to shit on this, just look at some of these photos I found from Lucy Marie on Reddit. This is so cool. I'm a sucker for old-time photography, and there's something about this 8-bit style of photo that just speaks to my soul. It just makes me so happy to look at. Having a pocket-sized, on-the-go gaming system was already such a novelty, and now that it has a working, awesome camera accessory, it just takes the Game Boy line up to the next level. I just wish that I had a way to print them out. Then I could keep them forever. Are you ready to open up your next gift? Seriously, Dad, this better not be a frickin' printer. Just what I asked for. Now I can hang all of my awesome photos on the wall. Oh, yeah, I don't know what I was expecting here. It's a handheld printer that runs off of the power of the Game Boy. I guess it's okay. Overall, the Game Boy printer is a great tie-in to the camera. And yeah, it's a small package, but it is a complete package. Remember that, boys. Because why fish in person when you can do it at home? Check out this cast. Now that's what I call fishing. My dad absolutely loved this thing back in the day, and I have so many fond memories of us playing it. Whenever it was my turn, I could never catch shit. maybe it is like real life. For an early fishing controller, it actually had pretty nice fishing controls. You had to lift up to set the hook, you had to shake left or right to reel in your trophy. It's pretty neat. The games that came with the fishing rod are a ton of fun and actually make this accessory worth the money. Good job, Sega. Wait, you haven't even opened your first gift.
I already know it's a sewing machine, Dad. I don't even want it.
No, it's not, I promise. You're gonna love this one.
Wow. Awesome.
Okay, just like the camera, as much as I want to shit on this thing, you cannot tell me that a Game Boy running software to literally sew patterns onto fabric isn't fucking amazing. The way the Game Boy sewing machine worked is mind-blowing. The cartridge that came with the machine is super easy to understand. Grandmas all over the world were getting lit making these Nintendo designs. It's such a special product. There's even a special cartridge that allows you to sew Mario characters onto shirts automatically. I mean, it's like impossible to find nowadays, but if you do and you're rich, please send me one so I can make this. It's so cool. Wow, and to think my younger self didn't want this. What a piece of shit.
You know I can hear you, right?
How could we do a gaming accessory video without Dance Dance Revolution? This is another product we all know and love, whether from some crackheads at the local arcade or from playing it in your own living room. This is the best dancing game ever made, not just dance. But what if you don't have legs? Now we can all dance together! To be fair, the DDR Handheld Controller is great for accessibility purposes, but how the fuck do you use this? Do you just, like, put it in your lap and use your fingers to have a little dance party? Or, I don't know. If you use this, I'm happy for you, but the mat is just so much better. Hey, I'm back with a piece of tech that I actually remember fondly. So this is the GameCube Screen, which allows you to play your GameCube wherever you pretty much have power because you have a screen mounted right on. So this is not an official model. This one's made by Intech because the one that Nintendo showcased at E3 like 2002 or 2003, it looked identical to this really, even with the little circle button in the middle that lights on when it's powered up. But yeah, this is like an off-brand one. I don't know where the hell I got this, but I used to use it all the time, especially in high school when me and the boys got into Melee and traveling for tournaments and stuff. I used to bring this thing to school all the time and we would hook it up and just be playing Melee, like in class, at lunch, during study hall, whatever the hell. I have so many good memories of this thing. It's exactly what it sounds like, a gaming vibrator. It works really well. What? Oh, get your mind out of the gutter. I'm just following the instructions. It's under my foot. Yeah, I'm not calling this by its real name anymore. We're just gonna call it the Trance. This baby came out as an exclusive accessory for Rez, a musical shooter game that was so advanced for its time, people still don't even understand how it was conceptualized. Think Beat Saber, but in 2002. And the Trance was made so players could feel the beat of the music in-game. Oh, I feel it all right. That's enough Rez for today.
Not this guy again.
Hey boss, I was thinking we could give Waluigi his own game. The fans would love it.
Get the fuck out. So, who's next?
Hey guys, I made this fucking keyboard.
You're hired.
Man, Nintendo sure is great at innovating when they really don't have to. They made this thing for Phantasy Star Online. That's it. Solely so you could type. Ah. Hey, guys, can we keep it down? I'm trying to make a frickin' video. Just like the DDR mat, we all know and love this Guitar Hero controller. And it just might be the most iconic video game accessory of all time. Also, shout out to all the gamers who broke their guitar, if you know what I mean, and had to end up playing the game on a PS2 controller. I feel for you. Or, I don't know, maybe that was just me. Want to see me throw this Wiimote through the roof? Well, that's too bad, because I bought this. Damn it, I'm a lefty. We could make an entire video on accessories for the Wii, and if you had access to plastic in 2006, Holy shit, it was a gold mine. Of the 42 million accessories, my two favorites have got to be the balance board and the nunchuck. I will never forget as a kid when my family finally got Wii Fit and we were all setting up our little profiles, and then my dad gets up last and he steps on the board and it just goes, ooh! The nunchuck allowed me to play Wii Boxing, which is still one of my favorite games ever. Of course, until I fought Matt, but anyways, now let's go over my list of non-favorites. Everyone had a Wii wheel. I mean, it came bundled with Mario Kart Wii. But who actually wanted to use this thing? I begged my parents to get me Link's crossbow training just so I could have the Zapper. They never got it for me. Honestly though, shout out my parents because I was a dumbass kid. This thing sucks and has like 0 uses outside of that game and maybe Call of Duty Wii. But who the hell's playing Call of Duty Wii? We could go on and on about all the shithouse plastic accessories made for Wii Sports. But how about those Wii dumbbells? This is an officially licensed Nintendo product. And to wrap up this section, I present to you the Wii Speak. Oh, great. No, we don't. I can forgive Nintendo for not understanding voice chat in 2008. Now it's 2024 and they still don't understand it, but that's not the Wii Speak's fault. Reading about the Wii Speak, I don't understand what the hell the point of it was, and I just wish it worked in games like Brawl, so I definitely blame Nintendo for that. I just wanted some voice chat.
You keep at me one more time, I'm gonna come to your house and kill you
Okay,
with my...
maybe I don't want voice chat. In case sending hate speech over voice message wasn't enough, look, now we can type it. Thanks, Microsoft. The Messenger kit honestly looks amazing on the 360 controller. I love how chunky it makes it look without making it feel like it's chunky in your hands. And these backlit buttons, they are gorgeous to look at. Now, what about our competitor?
Everyone, add this guy and freaking say he sucks, okay? So we're gonna say bye.
I gotta give it to Vicarious Visions. The DS version of Guitar Hero was special back in the day. The way you can just palm the system in your hand is so funny. And then the way the pick has that little stylus tip actually made it feel great swiping across the screen. I loved this shit as a kid, and I am so sad I don't have this anymore because I would have loved to show it off. Guitar Hero DS is another example of a great accessory to a system. Why can't they all be like this? Excuse me? You're forgetting about Band Hero. Shut up, nerd. This is going to sound crazy. I actually preferred the PlayStation Move to the Wii back in the day. Now, the only game I had was their version of Wii Sports, Sports Champions. And the only game modes I played was the Gladiator or Beach Volleyball. But that was enough because this motion controller was so incredibly advanced for the time. The cylinder design and button placement honestly rival the Wii mode. And what really gave it the edge to me is the glowing orb on top. I thought that was so cool. The motion controls were way more smooth and accurate than the Wii, where you just smack shit around randomly. Here, if you hold up, you actually go up. If you swing diagonal, you swing diagonal. It's exactly how motion controls should be. Here comes Microsoft. The Kinect sucked. The hardware sucked, the advertising sucked, the game sucked, the functionality sucked, the reveal sucked. I hate this thing. To this day, I swear, the Kinect was just a marketing scheme to promote all of these bullshit-ass apps they were pushing at the time. It was never a gaming accessory. Anyways, check out this gameplay. I mean, yeah, I guess it kind of feels like you're on a raft. All right, buddy, we're down to your last gift. I know you're gonna like this one.
No freaking way! You actually got me the Kinect raft?
Well, I didn't exactly say that. I mean, it's a
kiddie pool?
Okay, I know what you guys are thinking, but this is necessary. The game boat might actually be the most useless accessory of all time. And if you bought it, you are stupid. Fuck. I forgot what the line was. Just look at this guy playing with it. Does he look smart? I didn't think so. I honestly don't have anything else to say here. I need to go get some fresh air. Alright, I am very torn on the Pokewalker. As a kid, this was a really cool piece of tech that came bundled with my favorite Pokemon game of all time, Heart Gold. But if I'm being fair and impartial, the Pokewalker was a useless piece of shit. First off, you're supposed to put a Pokemon in this thing, then go out on a walk so you can level it up. Well, dumbass, it can only level up once while it's in there, then you have to take it out and put it back in again if you want to do more. Oh, and did I mention your Pokemon actually can't learn any level up moves while in the Pokewalker? Isn't that great? Hey, this is my level 100 Eevee. It only knows Leer. Now, I guess you could get some items like potions and potentially catch some Pokemon. The whole process, though, is just so slow and tedious. There's almost no reason to use the Pokewalker over just doing shit in the real game. I am so sorry, Pokewalker, but you're trash.
3 years ago, Kinect ushered in a new capability to make you the controller. Let's take a peek at the power behind the next generation Kinect sensor.
I am not doing this again. Fuck the Kinect and fuck that dumbass console. Bring out the 3DS. I'm gonna get right to the point. If you weren't playing Resident Evil Revelations or Monster Hunter, there was no real reason to own this thing. And that's coming from a guy who owns Shaq Fu. The Circle Pad Pro was well built though, and it honestly improved the gameplay experience for those two titles. So it's not like it's bad, it just wasn't for everyone. Wanna know what is? Oh yes, the quintessential accessory for every Wii U owner, the Smash Bros. Controller adapter. We all know it, we've all used it, and likely will continue to use it on the Switch too, or on the PC if you're a Melee kid. I was lucky to get in on the Kickstarter for the portable GameCube controller adapter from Panda Global, who is now dead. But yeah, this has been my go-to travel accessory for years, so I can always enjoy Smash wherever I am. Fuck the Joy-Cons. I'd put this accessory in the toppest of top tiers, since it has allowed me to play Smash in so many unique places using the greatest controller ever made. It's now time for the lowest of lows. Okay, I'm not really sure if Amiibos count or if they should. I mean, they are toys to life that were made to work with your system, so I guess we can talk about them. I love these little guys though. I put Marth here because I was originally a Marth main in Melee, then I switched to Fox, so I had to pick him up. And this is the Japanese Ness, which I think is cool, but I only played Ness in PM. I didn't fuck around with him in 4 or Ultimate because he's a piece of shit in that game. But in PM, this dude had some swag. He was a sick character. The Amiibo reveal made them seem like they were gonna be so much more useful than what they actually are. I mean, now look, they just sit up on my dashboard. The detail on some of these Amiibo is really cool. They just don't work as well as a gaming accessory as I'd hoped for, so as a collector's item, they're pretty good. What happens when we mix the Res Trance vibrator and cardboard? Well, we get this. I'm sorry. I've already made fun of the Labo in some older videos because it's just so funny. Nintendo literally marketed cardboard to kids and it sold, like, super well. Honestly, as a kid, I probably would have enjoyed this thing too. I mean, it rewards your curiosity and creative skills to make your own piano. Hey, good job, buddy! Why haven't I gotten rid of you? Remember how I was torn about the Pokewalker because it came with Heart Gold? Well, the Pokeball Plus here came with Let's Go Pikachu, which fucking sucked. So this has nothing going for it. When I first booted up Let's Go Pikachu, I played with this controller all the way up till I beat Brock in the first gyms. Then I had to literally take a break because this thing cramped up my hands so bad. Nowadays, this thing works with Pokemon Go Plus, and it's definitely a better way of catching Pokemon than with the shitty Joy-Cons. And I guess it kind of makes you feel cool too. But come on, man, for 50 bucks? It ain't worth it. And finally, to round out our accessories list, I just like to highlight the PS5's Access controller and the Xbox's adaptive controller / joystick. These are super sick options that help bridge the gap for gamers with limited mobility. I don't have any personal experiences to draw from here, but after reading some reviews and watching some hands-on videos, all 3 of these have been received pretty well and are honestly decently priced. Just think of all the different gamers who will now have more mainstream access to systems and games that they never could have played before. This is so freaking cool. Well, son, do you enjoy your new accessories?
Dad, you ruined Christmas.
He's such a good kid. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed taking a look into the wild world of video game accessories, and if I missed your favorite or left out any other wacky accessory that you like, just let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.